am John Axel Lolander III, and I am presenting Starry Night versus Nature's Beauty. The piece Nature's Beauty was created in 2013 in the United States of America by an unknown artist using oil on canvas. Inspired by the Romance movement, the painting Nature's Beauty shows a cultivated hillside with many different subjects, such as the dog, the tractor, the sky, the tree, the lake. This creates complexity within the piece. The sunset serves as the focal point of the piece, illuminating the other subjects, which pulls your eye across the painting because of the flow of the light. The farmer himself doesn't add much to the piece, even though he is interacting with the scenery. He's more of a backdrop than anything else. In addition to that, the dogs, even though they add kinetic energy with their stance, as it looks like they are moving, they also don't add much to the piece because the focal point is mainly in the sky, where there's the sun, which is the brightest point in the piece, and the mass of rolling clouds, which draws your eye. It adds flow to the piece. But one thing that this painting might represent is on this side of the pond, there is open natural land, and on the other side, there's land being cultivated by the farmer, showing that how urbanization might be the destruction of nature. The next piece, Starry Night, created in 1889 by Vincent van Gogh, an artist from Holland, was also made by oil on canvas. Starry Night portrays a small Dutch village that was part of the Impressionism movement. And it has a vibrant night sky with rolling winds and large stars, which creates an almost dreamlike and otherworldly atmosphere. The focal point of this piece is in the crescent moon. Using the high contrast colors, it pops out from the darker background, which can be seen in the sky. And it draws the viewer's eye from one end to the others, very similar to the other one. The air currents, something which is normally felt and not seen, creates a whimsical addition to the sky, adding something otherworldly, as I had said before. The dark values in the town make it almost blend into the landscape, so it isn't as easy to see. What really lets you see it are that the windows are illuminated, similar to the sky, but muted by the sky because of the intensity of the moon above. And with the amount of detail in the sky and the air currents, Van Gogh puts more of a focus on the mind and creativity rather than the world, as you may normally see it. The similarities between the two. Each painting utilizes a flowing pattern in the sky with large rounded elements, making your eye move to the right. Example, the sun in Nature's Beauty with the rounded clouds. And in Starry Night, the bright moon with the flowing air. In both paintings, one major source of light adds flow to the piece, as I said, sun and moon. Both paintings include slight urbanization, as seen in the town, the tractor, and a town in the background, which is a little dark, but still a town. With a tree as one of the main subjects, a cypress tree and what might be an oak or something like that. And both feature many dark and light values, helping pop and have contrast to the piece, as shown in the moon, the sky, and the sun and the clouds. The atmosphere of the sky adds flow by adding color contrast with the land below each piece, as can be seen in the yellow atmosphere in Starry Night and the red sky on the black hills in Nature's Beauty. Contrasting elements. In Nature's Beauty, solid blocks of color with fading textures and values makes the piece more realistic, as can be seen in the clouds and the trees. Just fading colors into other ones, it has more time to blend, which makes it more realistic. In Starry Night, the use of repetitive lines to form shades and colors makes it less photorealistic but more impressionistic, exaggerating subtle detail and showing that which is not normally visible, like the air currents. So it isn't quite as realistic, but it shows more than would naturally be seen. Bright colors and hot colors within Nature's Beauty make it a more energetic piece that shows faster movement than the darker values in Starry Night, as can be seen by the bright orange and red colors within the piece, making it look like more is happening The dog is moving. Everything is happening. And in Starry Night, the use of cool colors makes it a slower piece than Nature's Beauty, giving us more time to fully examine every aspect of the piece, because it has a much slower feel to it. It isn't as quick. Now, between these two, with everything we have in mind, I think the winner is Starry Night. I especially like the Starry Night piece because I prefer Impressionism, the unique style and color scale, which I think helps the piece really stand out. I also like the way Van Gogh showed the winds as winding clumps of air and how the stars glow very brightly in the sky, pulling your eye to the stars. And by showing that which is not usually visual, by exaggerating the natural aspects of the piece, Starry Night has a much more dreamlike effect, which I like because it's very interesting. This is also supported by the night-themed colors and the setting the piece portrays, with all the darkness and everything. It's very, very nice. And then, with all that in mind, the piece appeals to me more because it gives me a look at something through another person's eyes, giving me their interpretation of the world. End of presentation. Thank you, and have a good summer.